FlossTube. Welcome to my channel, Stitching is Elementary. My name is Carol Lee and this is FlossTube number 15. So I just want to say thank you for returning to all my current subscribers and welcome to all my new subscribers. If you have not subscribed, please click the button below and like the video. So let's go through a stitchy update. I know I said in my last video 3 weeks ago that I would do a quilty update. Well, I was waiting for my quilt to come back from the quilter, one of them, and then my husband went away on a trip and I realized he edits my videos, so I couldn't do one. So he's back now and I have my quilt. So after this stitchy update video, I will do a update of all my quilting stuff because there's a lot, so I'm afraid this video would be too long. So all is going well here. I hope all is going well with you guys. I hope you're healthy and everything's good. Just a quick update, my youngest daughter will be graduated from the University of Georgia next week, so she's really excited. She's graduating with a degree in a Bachelor of Fine Arts in printmaking, and so now she's going to be looking for a job. I did want to show some artwork she made me a couple Christmases ago. This is not her style, but it is my style. It's bright colors and real cutesy. Her artwork, she tends to do things more contemporary and more muted colors. And if you would like to see any of her artwork, I know I talk about her a good bit. She actually has a website, elliewolfart.com, and I'll link it below. And you can see kind of all the different kinds of artwork she makes, and then also you can purchase prints when she uploads them. Sometimes she has, sometimes she doesn't. So hopefully here is she has more time now that she's graduated, she'll be able to get more uploaded there. So anyway, I just wanted to show you some cute ones she made me for my craft room, for my sewing room here. So this first one was Coffee Then Crafts, and I think she made it with marker here, like she drew with some kind of marker, and then all this is different colors of paint. It's on canvas. I think it's really cute. I love the colors. And then Stay Home and Stitch. So these hang right over on the wall in my sewing room. I really like them. Okay, other than that, everybody's doing good. My son just bought a house in Alabama, so we're going to be going up probably at the end of May to visit him. The housing market has been crazy, so he had a really hard time getting offer accepted, but he's got one now and he's real happy about it. My birthday was this past Thursday, and so I have something to share with that. So we have 7 people on our team at work, on our first grade team, and the teacher who teaches next door, Melanie, she and I have become pretty good friends. And so what happens is we each pick a name at the beginning of the year, and we get a card and a cake, and we meet at specials and we all celebrate the person's birthday. So she is also a cross stitcher, and she made me a cross stitch card that I wanted to show you. It's so cute. Look, I just love this. I just love that it's cross stitched. So she was like, oh, so sorry, you know, I just slapped it on a piece of cardstock because she was running late. So, but I was so happy because I can just peel it off, and I think I'm going to make it into a little pillow. So really, really cute. And then the kids in my class all made me cards during their indoor recess time, or all the girls especially. And so I thought I'd show you those. In case you haven't seen a 7-year-old's drawing in a while, they're really cute. So just real quick. Well, somebody made me some hearts. And I think this was Jade's little card. She made a little heart and folded it. Wrote me a little message. And then we have this cute little heart from Heidi. And she drew a little person on the back. I love the little eyes. I love the little message she wrote. Happy birthday, Mrs. Wolf. You are the best teacher ever. Pretty good spelling, but no punctuation. So maybe I'm not the best teacher ever. But so cute. This one's from Kiara. And a little card with some hearts on it. They didn't put their name, so I don't remember. They all just were coming up and handing these to me. So cute. And then this little one from somebody. They didn't put their name on it. Having a little eye issue there, but so cute. And then Jade made me some little cutouts too. So I love little kids. And look at her little swirly writing. She loves to do fancy writing. I always have to tell her, like, I'm testing that. Just write your name normal. So anyway, that was very sweet of them. Okay, so let's get on to finishes. So you know how I was doing hashtag almost done April. Well, I started off really good, but then I kind of fell off the wagon and started a bunch of new things. So I didn't finish as much as I was hoping, but I got a little bit done. So as you know, I finished the potting shed with my needle and thread into a little pillow, and I still haven't put the trim on here. I got trim to put on, but I haven't got it on yet. The back is some little bees. But I really love how this pillow turned out. So this is going in my long dough bowl. And then I had showed this one before also. I had finished In My Garden by Blackbird Designs. And I need to make it into a drum. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's what it says to finish in the book. It gives you directions on to make it into a drum. And I've never made a drum, so we're going to try. And then my next week was, so this was the first week. This was the second week. And the third week, I was going to work on my positivity rules. And I did get a good big done, but I had a lot, so I didn't finish it. So I can't show you a picture because it's just the chart. But when I started, let me get my board. If I can find it. Oh, it's buried. Never mind. So when I started, I did not have, I had a teeny bit of this rainbow done. So I finished the rainbow, got the cloud done, the chimney, the stars, and the moon. And that was all part 3. And then there's words here for part 4 that come down, and a door, and then some more words over here, which I think was part 5. I don't think it was all part 4. So this was a stitch along like a year ago. I think last spring is when I had started it. So I started the words here that say, it's going to say listen, which is a good one for school, and then smile, laugh, also good, fun, and positive. So I should be able to get that done fairly soon. The words go pretty fast, but I started too many new things, or I would have gotten this done. And then I'm going to finish it and put it on a wreath, I think, for my door at school, or just make it into a piece to hang on the wall. Or maybe even a pillow. But I think I want it on a wreath because I think it would look pretty on the door. So anyway, that's what I got done. And then I was going to work on Sew by Row for my 4th week. I think that was the 4th one, but I just worked on it a little bit. Not much. So those are all my April finishes. And then I found I had finished this also, but that was before, and I already showed you that. And I am going to make that into a pillow. But this was a previous finish from last year that I found that I had forgot about. So this is Old Glory. I think it's by Little House Needleworks. And I did it on a 28 count Monaco. Really cute. So I was excited to find that. I'm going to make it into a pillow. You know, I had a basket out by my fireplace I wanted to put a bunch of pillows in for like patriotic pillows. So I'm going to finish it to a pillow. It'll be the perfect size for that. And then I finally got to making a project bag. So I had been watching Heather and Jeanette at Crafty Cutted Stitches, and she made a project bag well, I swear every time I watch one of their videos, she's made a new project bag. And there's so many people that have been making project bags and doing tutorials, and I'm like, every time I watch one of them, I'm like, I want to make one. So I finally did. So last Sunday, I spent the whole day rewatching some videos on how to make them. And there's 2 videos that helped me the most with it. So I will link those below. So I quilt already. So the patchwork I didn't think would be very hard for me because I already do patchwork. But so I watched Bumble Stitches had a video on just how to do the patchwork front. And it was very similar to a company I follow, and I've gotten their stuff called 10 Sisters Quilting, where they use a foundation and it has squares on it, and you glue the squares in, and then you fold it and sew a 1/4 inch clip and turn it and fold the other way and sew a 1/4 inch until you have the whole quilt made with all the squares instead of having to sew each square together. So that's what Bumble Stitches did, but she used fusible interfacing, and she laid out all her squares and she ironed them down real close together, and then she folded it and she sewed all the vertical seams 1/4 inch and then clipped, and then all the horizontal seams 1/4 inch, and you have this patchwork bag. So here's one, the first one I did. It's just the front. I didn't make it into a bag yet. And this is the interfacing. And these first two I messed up on, because apparently what you're supposed to do when you clip the seams, then you see how mine are all going the same way. Yeah, they're all going the same way. Like these are all going this way and these are all going down. You're supposed to then flip the seams so they're going every other. So if these all went down, these go up. And I didn't realize that on the first two I made. And then I'm like, why are we clipping the seams? And so I went back and watched again, and then I figured it out. But the idea is that they just come out flatter if you make the seams go opposite ways, but these are still pretty flat. So this one was a little smaller than the one that Bumble Stitches made. I had just tried to make it from memory, and I made it a little small. But I thought this would be a cute bag for a red work sampler. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 6, I believe. And the one that, I think it's Nicola Bumble Stitches. I'm sorry if I'm getting the name wrong, but I think that's it. The one she made was 7 by 5. So anyway, this is 5 by 6. And I was going to use this for the outside and then this for the lining. And these are all Minnick and Simpson fabrics. This is Roslyn. And I had gotten a mini charm pack. I belong to the Fat Quarter Shop mini charm pack. Well, in fact, I just joined block of the or monthly club. So you get 4 mini charm packs a month of like the new collections. So this was one of them. There's the little label. So I thought it'd be good for some red work samplers. So it'll be a little small, but I'm sure it'll be fine. They're not that big. And then I couldn't find Roslyn like yardage at my quilt shop, so that's why I got these, and they go fine. There's just the earlier collections. So I think this was from Mackinac Island, which was last year's release. And then I made a patchwork front from what's this, Sanctuary from Three Sisters, and I made this one a lot bigger. This one's 7 by 8 because I just wanted to kind of see what sizes I liked. So I will make that into a bag. Also, I need to get yardage of that. And then I did have yardage of this one, and this is the one I finished. So here it is. This is the way she made it on Bumble Stitches. It's 7 squares by 5 squares. And I just followed her tutorial for how to piece it with the interfacing. And then I watched a tutorial by a channel named Jen Crafts, I believe is what it is. And she does mostly yarn. She knits, but she did a tutorial on how to make a regular project bag. It wasn't a patchwork front one, and her measurements here were a little bit different. This was much bigger here. She put a 3.5 inch piece, but since I had the patchwork, I didn't really want it that big. So I kind of just watched those and then figured out how I wanted to make it. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it came out. Now, you know, Christy at Crosshatch Quilts makes these and sells them, and they're beautiful. I've never been able to get one, so I just decided to try and make one. Now, she sews them. She quilts them, and it's so funny. I saw one of hers recently, and I was like, oh, I totally forgot to quilt it. I was so focused on how to put the whole bag together that I didn't even think about quilting it. But there's the front. There's the back. It's little bees, so I thought I could keep my bee patterns for Maynia in it. And then I found this little bee charm at Michael's, which I thought was so cute for a zipper pull. And I was so excited. I put in the zipper, and Jen Craft's video really shows you how to do this. It's a very good video. And she actually has you put these little, I think she called them something else, but zipper stops basically. You sew those to the end of the zipper, and then you sew the zipper onto this top part of your bag. But there's the lining on that side is bees. And the lining on this side is the text print. So yeah, I'm really thrilled with how it came out. So I want to finish these other ones and then make some more. So I thought with that mini charm club, you know, every time I get those charms, I can make another bag. So super cute. Okay, so those are all my finishes. Let's let's see. So I showed you for almost in April. Okay, so now new starts, and then plans, and then haul. Let me write that down here. I actually did film this one time already, and I forgot about haul, which is fun. I don't miss that. Okay, so somebody started a hashtag Tomato Tuesday. If you know who it is, will you put in the comments below? I never heard who it was, but I've heard people talk about it. And you know, I love all these tomato sewing patterns. But this one is actually, I'll show you, Sub Rosa Designs. It's Tomato Harvest. So I thought it'd be really cute in that long dough bowl I keep talking about, with this one. So I started that. Just have a teeny start. So I'm doing it on Fiber on a Whim 28 count parchment, and I just have this teeny weeny start. It's the border at the bottom. And I changed the colors, but they're pretty much similar colors. I just picked what I had. I think this dove was called for, but the rest I just changed to something I had that looked good with my fabric. I know this is Gentle Art Tomato, and that was not called for. It was a different red, but since it's a tomato, I wanted to use the tomato color. And I used a similar color in the potting shed, so that'll look nice. So yeah, teeny start on that. Just that little border at the bottom. So I'm anxious to get that one done because I really want that thing filled with pillows. Yeah, so that's that one. And then I think I showed this in my last video, or I said I wanted to start it. It's Teresa Kogut's Land That I Love, and I've been looking at this for a long time. And when a bunch of people on Instagram have been doing it for Americana April, and my friend Ginger on Instagram has been stitching it, and it's beautiful, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to stitch it with her. So I got the book, and I got all the called for threads. It's a mixture of hand-dyed and DMC. So here are my threads. I still need to put these on floss drops. All those, and then all this mess of threads, but really pretty, and all the colors are actually looking good on this tin roof. It calls for tin roof, but it's a little darker than what it looks like in the picture. So here's the picture. I mean, I don't know, I guess it's similar. But someone had said that she thought her fabric was mislabeled, and maybe it was really Confederate gray. And when you see people's on Instagram that did them on Confederate gray, it does kind of look like that. So I don't know, but the colors look very pretty on here. I almost changed one of the browns, but I think it's good. So this is 30 count tin roof. And there is my little start. This brown is the one I wasn't sure of if it was too light, but I think it shows up nicely. I really like the colors. I think it's really pretty. And this one is a really fun one to stitch. So I definitely want to get back to that. And then, so remember in my last video I was asking you about the fabric I got for the 7 sheep sampler. So I had gotten Morning Coffee by Extrude Designs, and I just wasn't sure if it was too dark. Well, you all thought it was good, so I started it. Just a little start, but it's a start. So here is my little start. I just started at the top left corner on page 1. Closer. Just the border. So this is that Extrude Designs Morning Coffee. It's a giant piece that I had ordered from her Etsy shop. So I think she's in Hungary, pretty sure. So it took a few weeks to get here, but it was just easy because I just messaged her and I said, you know, can you, do you have a piece of the Morning Coffee? And she said, what size do you want? I can dye it for you. And she dyed it and sent it. So like I said, it took a few weeks, but you know, I have lots of other stuff to work on, so it doesn't matter. And here are the flosses on that fabric again. And yeah, I do think it's really pretty. Oops. There we go. Yeah, so a little start on that. And that's a big one. That one's gonna take a long time. But up here, Yeah, right up here on this border, that's where I started. Okay, no, there are more. So you see why I didn't finish Positivity Rules. I don't know why, I was just super in the mood to start things. Okay, so this next one is a Halloween at Hawk Run, and I've talked about this one before. In fact, I think it was last year that I talked about it. I wasn't sure what color fabric to do it on, and I was waiting to start it until I could meet with, there's a Hawk Run hollow stitching group in my area, and I had found out about them last March, but then, you know, the virus and everything hit, and they stopped meeting, and so they just started meeting again this month. And so I went, and it was really, really fun, and I started my Hawk Run Halloween. So here it is. You know, it's called for like a beige color. I forget what the actual called for fabric is. Yeah, I don't remember, but some color, some kind of beige, which I had gotten to do it. And but then on Instagram, I had seen somebody do it on a bright purple, hand-dyed by Stephanie fabric. And so I got that, and I really like it. I wasn't sure which one I was going to do, but I decided to go with the purple because I love Halloween, and I love purple for my Halloween. So wait till you see this fabric. I know I showed it before, but not for a long time. Look at how gorgeous that is. If you like purple. It is Highland Heather 32 count. And so I had looked on her website when I found out what the fabric was the person on Instagram I had seen had used, and she didn't have it listed there. So I emailed her, and she said that she had the dye and she could still dye that color for me. So she did. So look at this gorgeous giant piece of purple. I really love it. There's like modeling of pinks and blues in it. Let's see, but oh, it's so, so pretty. Oh, I just love it. So anyway, this is my teeny weeny start. So I started this at the stitch group, and I did not have a light with me because my portable light is broken, and I'm being really lazy about. They will replace it for me, but you have to fill out all this stuff and send them pictures and everything, and I just haven't done that. So so I didn't have a light, so it was really hard to stitch this. I really needed a light. I don't need magnification, but I needed the light. So this is all I got, was this start of the border of the first block. And this is just DMC 310. So it's this block right here, which I love. So here's what all the fabrics look like. Oh, there's my board. So these are all the DMCs. So I think that'll be really pretty. I really like it. So yeah, teeny start on that. I'm anxious to get back to working on that. I want to finish my Salem, I can never remember the year, 1862, 1698, whatever it is, the witches. I'm going to finish that first, and then I'm going to work more on this. Okay, and then I have one more new start. And this was just my birthday start. So like I said, my birthday was on Thursday. So I had been watching, I think it's Nicola Parkman from Hands Across the Sea. I found her videos recently, and I know all of you probably have known about her for a long time, but I haven't been stitching that long. But I love watching her videos. Her accent is fabulous, and she's just so relaxing to listen to. So I was watching her. I tend to watch her in the mornings when I first get up with my coffee, and then I stitch a little bit. And she showed Tom's Foolery pattern, which is a reproduction sampler, but it is kind of crazy looking. And I don't have my laptop, so I don't have a picture of it here. I'm working off my laptop. But you can just look it up on Hands Across the Sea, their website. But it's got all these kind of crazy images in it, and tons of images. Like, there's a lot of stitching in it, and all really bright colors. So I just loved it. I was like, oh, I don't need to start anything else, but it was so cute. So I think that Joyfield Stitcher is starting a stitch along for this. So when I saw that, I was like, I'm going to start it. So I printed out the pattern that morning of my birthday, and after work I went and got all the flosses. So here they are. Look at the pretty colors. All these bright colors, which is different than a lot of samplers. So those are really pretty. And I had a piece of Zweigart Winter Moon. So that's what I'm stitching it on. I really like it. And so this is my little start. So yeah, just a little start. I worked on that the evening of my birthday, and then that's it. So at some point I'll get back to that, but I really like it. And it's just a PDF download, so you get it right away. And I think that is it for new starts. So I will, go over plans, and then we'll get to haul. So first of all, before we get to Maynia, this weekend Brenda and Laura started a Blackbird Designs weekend hashtag, and every weekend they're asking people to work on Blackbird patterns. So as you know, I had started Anniversaries of the Heart. Couldn't remember the name. And I was so bad. I have so stalled on it. So I was working on the March, and I still have not finished the March. And I have not started the April. So I picked the threads for April, but I just never got it started. So I need to work on that this weekend. So that's the plan. I'm hoping to get the March house done. So I have January, or the block 1, block 2, and I'm working on block 3. So this is where I stopped. Stand up so I can see a little bit better. So I got the whole bottom of the house. I think since last time I had filled in all the outline of the windows and the door. I didn't put in the background yet in the windows or the door because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do on the door. So I started the roof up here, and this tan color was Harvest Basket. So I was putting all that in, and then I realized, like, I think I had come from here to up here and then down and then over. Well, when I got right here, it didn't meet up. It was like one stitch off. So I pulled all this out. I think this is right. So I'm hoping when I go back, I'll be able to make it meet up. And I need to finish that house. And then there's just some wording over here and a little rabbit. And then it's done. So yeah, so I'd like to get as much done on that as I can so I can start April, because I'm already a month behind. I should be starting May. So there's that. And then I thought if I get a good bit done on that and I still feel like stitching, I pulled out my Feast of Friendship by Blackbird Designs. I started last fall, and I've gotten a good bit done, but there's still a lot to do. So that looks like this. I'm sure you've seen it, but there it is. And I am doing it on 32 count. I think it's Marbled Bunny by Extra Designs. So I haven't worked on it in a long time. So I need to finish the roof and then work my way over and finish the border. So we'll see if I get time. If not, maybe next weekend. I mean, I could work on Anniversaries of the Heart every weekend and still not be done, but where's the fun in that? Okay, so for plans for Maynia. So I had said in my last video I was going to do a combination of sewing patterns and bee patterns, because as I've showed before, I have so many of those. So I picked out the designs I'm going to start. This is the bee bag I had gotten from the double cross stitcher. So I love bees. I should have got a sewing. I should have made a sewing theme bag, because that's what I need for my sewing theme ones. All right. So I picked out 4 sewing and 4 bee themed. So for the bee ones, well, first of all, this is one I had already started on 40 count. And you know, I decided I can't do 40 count. It's just too small. I mean, I can do it with a magnifier, but I don't really enjoy it. So I'm trying to decide, this one's small. Do I want to keep going, or am I going to restart it on something else? So I haven't decided about that yet, but I'll probably work on that. But then I'm going to start a new bee themed and a new sewing themed each week and get as much as I can get done that week. And then the next week I'll start another new one. So I think the first bee one I'm going to start is Plum Street Samplers, the Beekeeper. I love that bowl with the bee skip in it. So I think that'll be my first week. And then for my sewing theme one for my first week, I'm going to start Mice in the Sewing Room by Brenda Gervais. I just love that one. And I was watching The Proper Stitcher on FlossTube, and she's also on Instagram. She was new to me, and she just finished this, and she did it on a red like cutting board paddle, you know, that's painted like a tomatoey red, and then she put a cool bow at the top, and then she put a little mini tomato pincushion in the middle. It was so cute. So I was like, oh, I want to copy her. So I went on Amazon and I found these, look, little mini tomatoes. They're by Dritz. I think they were like 10 bucks, but you get a bunch of them. So, however I finish that, I think I'm going to use these. Really cute. So make sure, if you haven't checked out the Proper Stitcher, I think she's been around for a while, but I just found her, but she has lots of pretty projects. So those are for my first week, and then my second week I think I'm going to start for my sewing theme pattern. This one, A Stitcher Lives Here, and I may change up the blues a little. I'm not sure. And that one looks pretty simple, and it's just with DMC, so I don't think that should take too long. And then for the B one, I think I'm going to do this little one because this will be easy to get done by Hands on Design, Humble Honey. And I already have this fabric, so I'm going to finish it just like this. I think it's so cute. And then I have two more. I don't know which I'm going to do the third week. Actually, I think I'm going to do Honeybee Hill because it's also Blackbird, so it's good for the weekends. I think I'm going to start with this one. I'm trying to decide which would be quicker. I don't really know. I have to see what size they are. But I'm thinking I'm going to start this one. He's cool. And then the last one I have for bees is Plum Street Samplers Cereal Bowl Collection Sampler Lesson 3. And it's The Daily Labors of the Bee, Awake My Soul to Industry. And make that into a cool pillow. I always say this, but I feel like the lighting is not good. Hopefully you can see that. Yep, so those are my bee ones. And then to finish out my sewing ones, I was going to start Plum Street Samplers Count Twice. Java Girl Stitches a while ago had, like I think a year ago, had finished this, and it's on her wall. When you watch her videos, it's usually behind her, I think, and it's so cute. It says Count Twice, Stitch Once, and it has the date and has this cool little girl on it. And then I would love to do some of these. The Prairie Schooler Pins and Needles, which I don't think you can get anymore unless you get it off of eBay. That's where I got it. But if you put in a search, you know, it'll send you an email when it comes up. That's so cute. And those would be perfect for my tier tray. So those are all my plans for Maynia. So I'm going to use a hashtag Sewing Bee Maynia. So if you do any bee or sewing themed ones, make sure to use that hashtag so that I can see them. Okay, so those are my plans. I think that's it. And then we have haul. So I got the tomatoes I had shown you. And then I had ordered this a while ago. I've never got one from them before. It's Owl Forest Embroidery. And this one is called, something home. It's in Russian on here, so I can't read it. But they come, it's a kit. They come in this cute little box. There you can see it. And it's all kind of little home images. Oh, Sweet Home. Home Sweet Home. Yeah. There it is in the back. Or maybe just Sweet Home. So yeah, let me show you what's in here. So it comes like this. And it took, I don't know, maybe a month to get here. So you get a whole little pack of all these gorgeous threads. So pretty. And just a little kind of stitch guide. And then you get the fabric. This is 32 count Zweigart. I'm not sure what the name of the color is. And then this is the chart. The chart just kind of comes on paper like this. And you get a little needle minder. So yeah, there's so many of their patterns I love, but I was hesitant kind of to order from Russia, but because I didn't know how long it would be. But I'm glad I did. It's really cute. And I love all the little images. has this little lady sewing in the middle with a cat, and then it has a sewing machine and like a chair. So I don't know how well you can see it there, but you could go on their website, owlforestembroidery.com, and I think there's a English site, but when I go to it, it's like .eu, but it ends up being exactly the same as the Russian site, so I'm not sure if they're actually different. But yeah, really cute. They have a dinosaur one that is always out of stock that I really want to get. I'm hoping it'll come in stock. Okay, so then from Fat Quarter Shop, woo, Flosses are flying. I got a few different ones. So I got Stitchy Stars. I think I might have shown this in my last one, I'm not sure. But then I just got the Weeks Dye Works throw pack because I really love those colors. And then also Flea Market Flowers. They're going to start a stitch along for this in June. So I was just getting ready for that one. I love it. It's so pretty. I love these colors, which I think I'm going to do these colors. And it's all DMC, but it would be pretty in so many different colors. And then Home Sweet Home I thought was really cute. Now, once again, I think I might change the blues. So these are the blues it calls for. So all these tealy blues, which I love. But I'm thinking about changing it to like some darker blues. Like maybe like that instead. I'm not sure. I don't even know when I'm going to start this one. But I think those blues would look good with the pinks and greens as well. So here, and then there's pink and green and yellow in it too. So I have to decide. And then, so we got that one. Also from the Fat Quarter Shop, they're having a sail away, I think it is. It's a pattern they made, stitch along, and I didn't get the pattern, but they had a project bag that I thought was so cute. This mesh one with the anchor on it, so summery. So I just got the project bag. And also in that order, I am part of the Lori Holt Stitch Card Club, but when they started it, there were a bunch that had already come out, and I hadn't gotten them all. So I got set E, because I thought that would be good for summer. I think I'm just going to make them into a bunch of little pillows. If you watch Lori Holt's Floss Tube, one of them, she shows she has all these made into little pillows in a bowl. It's so cute. And then this is Stitch Card Set D. Of course, I love the B, but they're really pretty. So I think I have all but one of them now. And then I've been looking at this one for a long time, so I thought Jolly July, this would be a fun one to do. It's Christmas Typography by Pine Mountain. And I got a little tape measure. Cute Kingham. And then from Etsy, I had got this other, actually no, sorry, this wasn't Etsy. This was Frog and Stitch. I'm trying to remember, they're actually a Georgia online cross stitch shop that I found. So stuff comes really quick. They're pretty close to me. I think it's Frog and Stitch. I'll link it below. I might have that. I know it's Frog and something. But I got the Scarlet House Sweet Tomato. So another one that would be good for that bowl if it's small enough. Yeah, it says it finishes to 7. Okay, so 7 3/4 by 5 if on 36 count. So mine would be a little bit bigger because it'll be on 32 count, but we'll see. And then I got this reproduction sampler because I was watching Brenda and Laura and they were talking about starting it as a stitch along at some point. It's Mary Griffith's 1873, a Welsh sampler. Oh, I love those birds and the girl in the middle. And then Emily C. had shown this on one of her videos and I really liked it. Plum Street Samplers, My Early Days. I like how it has the blue in it. Oh, those sheep are so cute. So I got that, and then everybody's been showing this one. Stacy Nash Rose Cottage Sampler Pink Creep. And I like it has two little, I don't know if they're dogs or goats or something on the side that are super cute. And let's see. And then also got Strawberries and Stripes. I've been looking at this one for a while. I love the bird and the strawberries and patriotic. It's all perfect for right now. And of course you have to spend $35. So I also got the Blue Flower Tudor Bee. So to add to my bee collection. And she also has Tudor swans, which is really cute. This one I thought was cool. We live in the woods, so I kind of like woods themed stuff. This is A Walk in the Woods. And it's an alphabet one. You know I love alphabets. So it's got the alphabet and then like woods themed things, birds and butterflies and bees. And then the last one is Betsy Snyder 1822. And once again, I thought it was really cute because the two little dogs, they remind me of my little dogs. And I like all the muted colors. I'm curious to see how, you know, it would look stitched up because I'm sure this is the this is probably the original because it's really muted. But it's really pretty. It's 186 by 142. That's a good size. And I think that is it. And then I just got some fabric from Stitch and Frog. This is 32 count. Fabrics by Stephanie French Blue. You know, I couldn't pass up French Blue. It's so pretty. So that is it for haul. So I think I am done. Let me look around. Yep, I think so. So that is it. I'm going to film the quilt video next, and they should be up tomorrow. My husband edits them, so he'll probably edit them later today, and then I can have them up tomorrow. So I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. Happy stitching. Bye.